Hi guys, welcome. Dorothy here, Professional Astrologer. You can find me on the web, nhastrologer.com. Links are all over the place for that. Today I'm going to talk about the astrological forecast for the week of October 23rd. Stay with me. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So Scorpio, the sun enters Scorpio on the 23rd early in the morning. If you live on the west coast of the United States, it's in the middle of the night on the 22nd. So what is Scorpio? The three main things that we know of: death, sex, taxes. But of course, we got to go much deeper than that. And when we have the sun in Scorpio, Jupiter already in Scorpio, there is a lot of deep-seated emotions, deep feelings that can start to come to the surface. But first we need to go deep. If you like to do shaman work, this is a great time to do it. Throughout the week, Neptune's playing a role. Dreaming and trusting your intuition and working through your spirit and your soul are all important things that we get to do. With the sun in the sign of Scorpio, we are looking at that deep, intimate bond between people. That sexual connection between people. So this is a great opportunity if you practice ritual of any kind or those sacred sex, tantric type sex, then this is an opportunity to engage in that and to connect much more deeper on a level that's important for you. All right? Now, for people who aren't interested in that, we still have this deep emotional bond that we feel with others. During this time of year, we really feel encouraged to connect on a deeper level. Soulmates and soul connections are really important in this time of year. It's not that they're not the rest of the year, but we're focusing on it this time of year. So we're looking for that connection. There's also a connection to finances, right? Now, all of this as well is in my forecast that I did on the Web of Light TV show with Kevin Emery Ross, Dr. Kevin. And so you can find a whole hour forecast just on the whole month, but most of it is just about what Scorpio is. So check that out. It's like 2 or 3 videos before this one. Now, back to Monday. So Monday the 23rd, that's the big news, is the sun entering Scorpio, and we're going to start to feel a need to connect deeper. Now, Scorpio can connect too deeply, and it might get obsessive, so we have to watch out for that happening, all right, in our lives. But there are some things that we want to do that require that. So there's always this different type of feelings and play that can come up with it. And it's going to be different for everybody, because all I'm telling you right now is about the general energy for what's going on out there in the solar system around us. It's a little bit different for each person depending on where it is for you, what house it's in, and that's where personal private sessions come in, okay? Monday, we also have Venus in Libra making a hard aspect to Neptune in Pisces. Venus in Libra is all about relationships. The sun just finished with Libra, which heightened relationships. Jupiter just finished with a whole year in Libra, which was all about how balanced we are in our relationships or how out of balance we are in our relationships. And now Libra's there, Venus is there, her own zodiac sign, with Neptune in a really hard angle, so they're not talking. She's having a hard time finding that spiritual connection with her relationships. Now, if you can sit down and pay attention to the details, hash out the details, then a level of transformation can happen, so you find some peace and some harmony in said relationship, whether it's your partnership or business partnership or super close friends. All of these things are coming up. All of this shows up on Monday. I know that's a lot, but that's what Monday the 23rd is all about. All right, moving on to Tuesday. So, excuse me, I'm sitting on my bed. How appropriate is that for Scorpio? I thought I'd be like the youngins that do their forecast sitting on their beds. I know I'm not a youngin, and I'm only making fun, guys. But I am sitting on my bed because this is where the most light is now, this time of year in New Hampshire. The big aspect of the day, really, and it's not a massive aspect, but it's kind of nice. It's Mercury in Scorpio, which is about going deep. And what do you really mean? What do you feel? It's not superficial communication at all. It is having those deep, intense conversations. It does make a trine aspect to Neptune today, a little different than what Venus did yesterday. Venus's aspect is still in play, so Mercury comes in Scorpio and helps us to have the conversations that we need to have. Helps us to tap into the emotion that we really are feeling. about what's going on in the relationships and partnerships. And then the moon enters Capricorn at 8:12 p.m. Sorry, I'm looking down at my ephemeris. At 8:12 p.m. And once it moves into that, then we can feel like we're going to get a little more grounded, get out of the emotion a little bit, and feel a little more centered. And that's what that moon in Capricorn feels like. And that's the day. It's not a big, overly active day, but that's okay. We can have some deep, intense conversations. And, you know, I'm always talking about relationships, but if you have anything to do with work, then you can dig deep into projects and do a lot of good research if that's necessary. All right, on Wednesday, the 25th. Wednesday, the 25th, the moon in Capricorn makes easy aspects to the sun, to Jupiter, and to Neptune. It's kind of like at the midpoint between a few of these. And basically, it is just about stabilizing what we already have going. It's not a bad day. It's not an easy day. It's just a day that we can coast through. All right? Do what you need to do. We're in the waxing moon phase now as well, so do what you need to do while the moon's in Capricorn, because it's a simple day. All right, so on Thursday, the 26th, the most important thing that's happening is the sun is conjunct Jupiter. So the sun is now where Jupiter is, and so when the sun moves through a certain sector of our chart, that is what's being highlighted for that period of time. We have Jupiter just entered that sign, as you very well know if you've been listening to reports all over the place. We're all talking about it. The sun conjunct that is going to highlight now what our focus is going to be over the next year. So on the 26th, when the sun connects with Jupiter, wherever it happens to be in your astrology wheel, whatever that house is, right, whatever category it's in, that is going to get a big highlight for the day, and you're going to feel it, especially for the time that the sun is moving through that sector of your astrology chart. So if you don't know what each of the houses mean, you can easily look that up online. But if you don't have your own astrology chart, you have to have your exact birth time. Email me through my contact on my website, your birth information. Say you want to find out where the sun conjunct Jupiter is in your chart, and I will send that information to you. All right? So that's really what we got. And basically, again, all it's going to do is highlight what's going on in our lives, what needs to be uncovered, what needs to be connected with on a deeper level, what we need to research more, any of these things. You know, for example, if it's in your 6th house, you're going to be focusing on your routine, your work, maybe your co-workers, maybe your health, right? Focusing in on that. Things can be uncovered this week, so you can figure out what's going on there. If it's in your 7th house, it'll be about partnerships, relationships. The 8th house, about your intimate connections and finances. The 9th house, expanding your awareness and what your truth is in higher education. If it's in your 10th house, where that 0 degrees, the early degrees of Scorpio, it's about your public image, your career, how people see you in the world. If it's in the 11th house, it's all about your friendships and the associations that you have and the causes that are important to you. If it's in your 12th house, then it's going to be those things that are hidden to you, but those unconscious things that can come to the surface. You'll be having some kick-ass dreams if you were having it there, let me tell you. I'll go through the rest of them, why not? If it's in your 1st house, then it's about your personal appearance and the persona that you're presenting to the world and how you may need to change that or want to change that. If it's in the 2nd house, it's about the things you value and your finances, right? How you earn your living using skills and talents, and that might be going through a shift now. 3rd house is about how you communicate in your local worlds, your neighborhoods, your cousins, your siblings, how you react or respond through communicating and how that needs to change, or how you need to transform that into something else. 4th house, of course, is home and family, and that your parental unit and the habits and the patterns that you have gathered from your family and from the past, and how that can go through a change. The 5th house, which is the final one I'm going to talk about, is the things that we're passionate about, love relationships, where we give our heart, all right? So if you want to find out where that is, you know how to connect with me. And that is what Thursday the 26th can begin and start for us, all right? Now, let's move on to Friday the 27th. Friday the 27th, the big hit of the day, and it's not a big deal. The moon's in Aquarius, so now we're going to start getting analytical, feeling a little edgy, that we need some freedom, even though I'm talking about getting more intimate, but that's what the moon will do for a couple of days. Venus makes a square to Pluto, and that, again, highlights relationships. Pluto rules Scorpio, Venus in Libra, all about love, relationships, and partnerships. Something is creating some tension for some of us, not all of us, and we need to pay attention and see what needs to shift. And it's not always an easy thing, but we just push through it and it happens, and we can work through it. Not push through it and ignore it, work through it, step up. It may take a little work, but we can figure that out. Then Saturday and Sunday, there are no direct aspects except lunar things. And so what I'll just say about both of those days in one piece is that it's just all about, again, that moon in Aquarius being unique and different. Have a day. The moon is waxing at this point, so go out and experience something different and new. I know it's Halloween in the United States and other places, I guess. I don't know. I haven't looked. But it's just about being unique and different, independent, have fun, and really just experience life and just enjoy the weekend. And that's what we have for the week of October 23rd through October 29th. And if you have any questions or would like to contact me more, you can do that in the message areas below. And you can come to my website, nhrastrologer.com. I've been a professional astrologer for many decades, and I teach. I love teaching beginners, private lessons as well, and I do personal sessions. And I have group classes and study groups. Come to my website and you can read up on that. And I thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe if you will. Blessings, blessings. Thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate all your feedback. I always take everything you say to heart. Thank you. Namaste.